The October 2022 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Barnhart. Ms. Barnhart is present. Mr. Brew. Mr. Brew is present. Mr. Colby. Mr. Colby is present. Chairman Delahaney.
Here.
Chairman Delahaney is present. Mr. Dondorfer is excused. Mr. Mafucci. Mr. Mafucci is present. Ms. Roman. Ms. Roman is present. Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith is present. Ms. Vasquez Simmons. Ms. Vasquez Simmons is present. Mr. Udelson. Mr. Udelson is present. And President Lamar. President Lamar is present.
Legislators, will you please stand as Legislator Roman will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Legislator. Okay. Are there any speakers signed up for the public forum?
We did have one speaker signed up to speak. Is Jermaine Myers here? Does not look like it, so we will move on.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the minutes from the September 28th, 2022 meeting before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Steve.
Oh, Legislator Brew, sorry.
I would like to move that we do move all of the agenda items as one, with the exception of the three referral numbers that I'm going to read. And those that we are not moving as one would be referral number 020333, 020351, and 020358.
Is there a second?
Second.
Colby.
Moved by Legislator Brew, seconded by Legislator Smith.
Oh,
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
okay. We are on referral 22-0333, authorized grant contracts and appropriation transfers pursuant the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA.
Okay. You gotta move, right?
Yep.
Okay, moved by Legislator Smith, seconded by Legislator Colby. And at this time, discussion or read the statement first? All right. I'm just going to read a statement. I believe I share with colleagues across both aisles a belief that this is a once-in-a-million funding, and these are significant spending proposals and should receive a full and complete vetting by this legislature. I know that the minority and majority caucuses sent a number of questions to the administration, and I want to thank the administration for their prompt responses to both caucuses. However, to ensure time to review the answers received this afternoon, ask any necessary follow-ups, as well as schedule a time for members of this committee to review all completed applications and scoring sheets, I think it is in the best interest of this honorable committee that our constituents refer this to the administration. I ask that all members of this committee submit any pending questions to the administration prior to our next scheduled meeting, and I would ask that the administration reach out with available times to review applications and scoring sheets. Next item, please.
Referral 22
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I just wanted to clarify, when you said, were you talking next full legislature meeting before that they have questions submitted? I would just like to stress if it's at all possible, we would like to have as much discussion as we can over the course of the next couple of weeks before the full legislature meeting. It's our hope that we can get these projects moving in time for the beginning of the year. So that way there'll be a 4-year cycle. Most of the grants and applications that we have are for a 4-year time frame. So that would be helpful. And I just wanted to make sure that there was clarification in terms of what your intention was in terms of when people needed to have questions submitted.
Go ahead, Legislator Brew.
Through the chairman to the administration, I think that's certainly possible. If we can convene all of the stakeholders involved in answering the questions, I do not see any reason why we may not be able to meet that deadline at the next regularly scheduled legislative meeting.
Okay, thank you. And we will make every effort and make ourselves available to get the legislature any information it needs and to accommodate your request. Absolutely.
Legislator Roman.
Part of creating that letter. So in general, the Minority Caucus has been in constant communication with the administration in regards to the ARPA funding. Our letters and questions went to the administration at some point last week. We've met various times in regards to ARPA. I appreciate the extra time, but I want to make sure that there's some clarity in the statements that were said today. I do believe that this committee was prepared to vote today, or members of this particular committee were prepared to vote today. So just want to
Okay.
I understand that the Majority Caucus received their answers today, but I'm not sure when you guys submitted your questions or decided to have the conversation. We found it to be important, so we've been talking about it for a while. So just
Okay.
wanted to say that.
Yeah, Legislator Barnhart.
Yeah, I would just like to disagree. I like to make an appointment to see the ARPA funding, and I really appreciate the information. Afternoon, I'm very, very grateful. I found that very like to get all of those via email or fine, but I do echo the sentiments that I do a lot more detail that were $1 million plus before today's vote, but I was prepared to vote today in the affirmative.
Yeah, Legislator Mafucci.
Very, very respectful. Technically, what's happening?
So what we're, Legislator, what we're doing is we're referring this to the administration. We have used this, that this is past practice. We've referred to the administration, at other times. And if you look under the rules of the legislature process, Part 3, there is precedent. And there has been numerous referrals, including 11-0215, 12-0267, 13-0260, 14-0222, 15-0279, 16-0036, and many more. Essentially what we're looking to do, and we're trying to be very clear and transparent about this, as the legislator said, this is a large sum of money. This is a tremendous opportunity for a number of organizations in this community. And, we would like, as a legislator, I would like the opportunity to go through and really read through the applications, who applied, who is out there. I understand the administration indicated they want to get moving, they want to get going. We certainly do as well. We don't want to prevent anyone from not getting their funding and not being able to move forward with projects that they have scheduled. But I certainly think it's important that both the majority and the minority caucus really go through and take a review of all the applications, of everything that's out there, what was awarded, what wasn't awarded, and maybe there's still some opportunities out there to make some adjustments or have some questions answered where people might have some curiosity as to why this went one way or the other.
Thank you, and I do respect all that. And I guess as ranking member, it would have been nice to not be surprised. I mean, clearly with everything out, which
Mhm.
is fine. I mean, you can do all that, but
Okay.
I
Okay.
am being very respectful.
Sure.
I'm not accusing anybody of
No.
anything.
No, absolutely. Well, I know you are always, through your experience as a superintendent of schools and as a fiscal, officer, always looking to do your due diligence. And we appreciate your expertise and background on that and look forward to working with you as we review these items.
Referral 22-035.
I've got, go ahead, legislator.
If action wasn't taken.
Yeah, I think legislator, the statement was given, the sooner that we had the opportunity to go back with our questions and review the material, the better it would be, in their opinion, for getting this out to the organizations, so it wouldn't affect them going forward into the next budget year, so that they could do their planning for planning for this money. So certainly, we want to move expeditiously. We want to do that as quickly as possible. But I certainly think this is still, we're within a time frame here where we do have the time to take a look and review at, what's been given to us. Okay, I think at this time, we're not really, we're not going to go into debate, and certainly after the meeting or first thing tomorrow, I think you can schedule a time with the administration and ask them that and get that information. And I'm sure they'll be happy to provide. Like I said, we're looking here, we're not looking to do anything other than have some time to review the information, to take a look at what's been given to us, and to move forward. We're not looking to delay or slow down the process, because we're strong supporters of this, and we want everyone to have a say. And as 29 legislators, I feel as chair of this committee and as one of the 29 legislators, it's important that each one of us has our input and say on this before we go and vote on this legislation. So I think this is really just gives us an opportunity to sit down, to ask those questions, and to really get all the information before we move forward and vote on this. And I understand some people are ready to move forward and ready to go now, but I've heard from a number of legislators that are not ready to do that. Okay, thank you. All right, next item.
Referral 22-0351, authorize the transfer of the contingency appropriation to the Office of the Sheriff for additional criminal investigation overtime.
Moved by legislator Smith, seconded by legislator Colby. Is there any discussion? No? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 22-0358, commit general fund unassigned fund balance for the specific purpose of funding climate action initiatives as recommended in the adopted Climate Action Plan, Phase 1 of Monroe County.
Moved by legislator Colby, seconded by legislator Brew. At this time, I'd like to read a statement. As a sponsor of this referral and member of the Climate Action Plan Advisory Committee, I'm proud to support the latest action we have taken with Phase 1 of the Climate Action Plan. To ensure that we can move Phase 1 forward effectively and efficiently, I think it's important for the Climate Action Plan Advisory Committee to plan out Phase 1 spending, come up with specific costs associated with the initiatives, and determine what Phase 1 initiatives can be done immediately without spending. Therefore, I'm referring this to the Administration Climate Action Plan Advisory Committee for report on the spending plans, identification of which Phase 1 initiatives require spending, and identification of specific costs associated with each initiative. Next item, Mr. Clerk. Yep.
You referenced several
Sure.
question for you as
Yeah.
the author of it.
Right.
Tonight that the staff would be working on that under the broad outlines as contained in.
This is an opportunity for the Climate Action Plan Committee to sit down and go through the information, kind of pull together all the different ideas, recommendations that are out there, and come back with something that I think is more concrete, something that's identified into a direction that we can go to with buy-in, because the Climate Action Plan Committee has been doing, I believe, an excellent job so far, and really has been working together to help promote. They started from scratch and really trying to pull such large goals and objectives and try and break them down to more achievable, breakable, break it up into phases that will allow us as legislators, again, to have a more organized plan moving forward. And it will come back and we will discuss it and we will debate it. It's not going away forever. This will be coming back and will be discussed. This just allows the Climate Action Plan Committee an opportunity to go through and provide their input and bring it back to us.
I welcome the notion. But for that, and I want to just thank, as you mentioned, they've done a lot of work. I want to thank all the members, who's been on the committee from the start, and yourself and legislator Milne, who joined the committee with them. Look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. All right. All right. I'm just going to wrap up here. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Seeing none, there being no other matters, the October 25th, 2022 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will be Thursday, December 8th, 2022 at 5:30 p.m.